Welcome back to the Combo Cabal. I am your host, Bryant Cook, and today we're playing Kaheera Extra Turn Combos by Hampus 1. I found this deck online and I just thought it looked so sweet that I wanted to play it. So let's start with the sideboard Kaheera. It's a 5-mana creature that is your companion, so if you're in a commander, maybe you'll like this. And then I can't play spells in my deck that with a mana value less than 3, so 3 or greater is what we're looking to do here. And fun fact, cards like Fire Ice is 4, Dead Gone 4, that's the overall mana value, so they do fit the requirements, even though you can play them for less mana, which is pretty interesting. When Kaheera enters the battlefield, you draw a card for each permanent you control with a mana value 3 or greater. And it's a 5/4 beat stick, which is pretty good. So that is a pretty sweet reason to run this card in this combo deck. And it is a combo deck. I mean, it looks a little bit like a control deck, but it's just extra turns. This deck has existed in Modern for some time now, usually mono blue, but this sweet list by Hampus is playing red for Fires of Invention, a card that I really enjoy. So it's a 4-mana red enchantment, 3 in a red. You can only play spells during your turn, so even if you have Petty Theft off of the Brazen Borrower, you can't cast it on your opponent's turn with the fires in play. And then you can only cast up to 2 spells per turn. You can cast 1 or 2, but no more than 2. And then you can cast those spells for free if their mana value is less than the number of lands you control. So we want to get up to 5 to cast Time Warp and Fury and things like that. But the idea here is that we want to cast Time Warp and Savor the Moment to just take extra turns in order to win the game with something like Jace the Mind Sculptor, Fury, or even the Narset Days Undoing combo. That's what we're looking to do here today. Take extra turns and mind twist people with Days Undoing. In the sideboard, we have Leyline of Sanctity to protect us from decks playing Thoughtseize, Leyline of the Void for decks like Living End, Mystical Dispute for protection. Once again, you can play it for 1 blue, but it still costs 3 or greater. Blood Moon, very good card right now. So that's the game plan. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to answer any questions I can, but once again, not my deck list. This deck list is by Hampus, and I just thought that it looked really sweet, and I'm going to try playing it today. So I'll do my best to answer any of your questions, but not the expert. So I hope you enjoyed this deck tech and the league. All right, stick around and find out. I'll see you in the first match. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicsforum.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicsforum.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to round number 1. We're on the play. And we will reveal our Kaheera in the sideboard, our trusty companion. We have a Fires. We just need to find another land. We'll keep this. I guess we need a couple lands. But we do have this Fire Ice the cantrip, which is going to be quite good. Let's go. This turn is going to be pretty boring. We're just going to Flooded Strand for a Steam Vents on our opponent's end step. That's really just the goal here. Eldrazi Temple. Okay. So they're likely on Eldrazi Tron. Grab that Steam Vents. Looking for lands. Can we draw them? No. Okay. We'll pass, and then in our opponent's upkeep, we're going to tap that land. Ice, ice, baby. We drew a Time Warp. Yikes. We've missed on every land draw so far. Main deck Relic, we don't care about that. Okay, remove the land, I guess. I don't know. Are we going to miss land 3 with multiple draws? Another Castle Vantress. I can't play... Like, if I play Savor the Moment here... I don't know. I'm going to try it, I think. Trying to spike land 4. We did find it. Pass the turn. So now next turn, assuming we don't get hit by Thought-Knot Seer, we can play Fires. And they do have land number, or mana number 4 with the Eldrazi Temple. Expedition map, so no Thought-Knot Seer. That's huge. Okay, feeling pretty good about this now. Steam Vents tapped. Let's party. Okay, so we'll start by playing Fires of Invention. And then let's savor the moment. So this way we can take another turn. I don't believe I can play... Ooh. That was not nice. I was going to say, I don't believe I could play Jace into Savor the Moment, and it looks like I can't. So I was correct in my assumption there. Warping Wheel main deck, pretty good. They're going to use the map. They grab another Eldrazi. This has to be a Thought-Knot Seer. And it is. Okay, so if I were them, I'd probably be taking the Jace, the Mind Sculptor, and hoping that I don't draw land number 5. But let's see what they do. And they make the same choice. Okay. We'll draw. It was not the land. I mean, I can return the Thought-Knot Seer to their hand and draw a card using Gone. I think that's probably the play. Alright, draw a card. And it was the land. Beautiful. Cast Time Warp. Target us. And now we will use the Castle of Vantress to scry 2. Both of those can go on the bottom. Upkeep. Let's scry 2. Put the fires on the bottom. Savor the moment on top. Draw. Cast Fury. Okay. And then we'll savor the moment. Draw for turn. Time Warp. Land. Okay. So we'll get in there. Deal them 6. And then we'll cast another Fury. Pass the turn. And they're going to choose to make a construct. Sure. I approve of that usage of your mana. Cavern of Souls. On their end step, we will use a Flooded Strand. We might as well go get the last Steam Vents. And I'm not going to use the Castle of Vantress in the upkeep because I'm going to put Kaheera to hand. Oh, well, that was quite good. Target ourselves. Do you have another Warping Whale? They do not. Kaheera to hand. Cast the Kaheera. Triggers. We'll draw 4. Or is it other? It might be other. Yeah, each other permanent you control with mana value 3 or greater. So that makes sense. And now we can get in there with our pair of Fury. Hiya! Swing better. Double strike damage happens. Might as well thin our deck of a land here. And they see the writing on the wall. Sweet. Game number 1 over Eldrazi. Well, let's bring in those Blood Moons. What don't I like in this matchup? I mean, I like everything. Is that a problem? Maybe Blood Moon isn't that... Or, I'm sorry, maybe Dead Gone isn't that good? Let's try this. This deck is really sweet. Okay, reveal our Kaheera. Double Blood Moon. I don't hate it. We would have to draw a red source, though. They have a map. Draw for turn. Gemstone Caverns, you're a card late, and it upsets me. Looks like they're going to have Tron on turn 3. Not looking good for us based on these draw steps. There's Tron. What are you doing? Walking Ballista for 2 is fine. Alright, so we're just begging to draw a red source here. Let's go. Come on. Please, duck. No such luck. Play Narset. And we'll minus the Narset. Take a Fires, because I think Fires is better than Chandra at the moment. I could Fury to kill the Walking Ballista, but I don't think it's worth it. Swamp. 8 mana. Okay. Ugin, sure. They're going to create a... What was it called? Can't remember the word now. I mean, it ends up being a spirit token, but like a manifest. That's essentially what this is, a manifest token. And they're going to go after the Narset, sure. Red land, pretty please. Draw? No. Alright, I think we've lost this one. I'm just going to go to game 3. I mean, it was a little unfortunate, but it happens. No need to reboard. I think we are already set up in the correct configuration. We just need to draw better. Reveal our Kaheera once again. This hand just, like, doesn't do anything meaningful. I think you're supposed to mulligan this. Like, yeah, it has lands and spells, but not really ones we want or need. Yikes, we're going to 5. Does this deck play enough lands? Like, am I supposed to keep this? Like, if you do, you have to hope to hit running lands off the top. We'll bottom the Time Warp and a Savor the Moment. Play Flooded Strand pass. Okay. Please? Pretty please? Nope. I believe we've lost. Matter Reshaper, sure. There's a land. Pass the turn. Blast Zone. They have 4 cards in hand. Please, deck. Land, land, land! Nope. They use the map. They grab another Eldrazi Temple. Reality Smasher. Yeah, I believe I've lost. That's 8 coming in. If I fetch, I'm dead. Yeah, there's no world in which I can win this now. Yeah, I'm just out. Like, I can ice their Reality Smasher next turn, but even if I draw land 3, there's no action I can take to stay alive, so we're just dead. Unfortunately, we got kind of land screwed in the second 2 games here, so we've lost the match. I don't know. It's a sample size of 1 match. I'm not going to say that there's not enough lands. Like, it's a question I do have right now, but let's see how the remaining 4 matches go. I'll see you in those. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Alright, match number 2, we're on the play, and I will keep. We have the Days Undoing, so finding Narset would be pretty good for us. Triome, okay. Grab that Steam Vents. Draw. Another Savor the Moment. In their upkeep, we will attempt to ice their land. Ice, ice, baby. Fury. Draw. There's the Narset. I think I'm not going to minus her, because I don't want her to die to a lightning bolt or anything like that when I have the Days Undoing in hand. They play a Windswept Heath and activate. Temple Garden. The Fairy Time Raveler. Okay. Good news for us. We'll draw. Let's Fury the Teferi. We'll deal 4 there. Days Undoing. Okay. They plus their Teferi. Expressive Iteration. So they can play a Triome this turn, and they have 2 cards in hand. A Boreal Grazer. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Draw for turn. And it's another Fury. Play the Fires. And then let's Savor the Moment. Minus our Narset. Take Chandra. We'll draw for turn. There's a land. Let's see if we can find a Time Warp. No. So I get to cast 2 spells here. One of them should probably be Fury. We'll play Chandra. Let's plus the Chandra before we do anything else. And then we'll cast Fury. Pass the turn. Pretty far ahead in this game. Draw. It's a land. Ouch. Put the Kaheera to hand. We will cast the Kaheera. Draws 4 cards. Time Warp targeting me. And now we'll go to combat. Swing. We'll plus the Chandra. Probably should have done this before casting my spell. It was a land. And the opponent picks it up. Sweet. So they're a 5-color deck. We probably want the Blood Moons again. I also don't hate Mystical Dispute versus the Teferi deck. I'm not as high on Brazen Borrower here. I like Fury for killing Planeswalkers. Yeah, I'm going to go down to 1 Brazen Borrower. Let's try this. Okay, so this is a weird one, but I'm going to keep it. Pre-game effect, exile Caverns to No! Oh, this is the second time in my life I've done this. Ah! Can't take me anywhere. Can't take me anywhere. And it forces you to exile both. I do remember this. And then the legend rule happens. I'm such a clown. This is the second time it's happened to me. Ah, if I win this, my, I'm such a dummy. Ren in 6, why not? Jeez. Please deck land 3 here. Nope. I mean, I don't deserve land 3 after that. Or are we kidding? They have an untapped Temple Garden. They plus Ren. Makoro. I don't think I'm supposed to play Blood Moon directly into their Leyline Binding, so I'm going to pass. Valakut. Okay. Let's each draw a card. Days Undoing. Draw another card, see if I can hit my land. Nope. Pass the turn. Omnath, yep. Sacred Foundry untapped. They definitely have Leyline Binding. Okay. Red. Play of Fires. Chandra. Will kill the Omnath. Pass the turn. They chose not to Leyline Binding. Okay. You might have been saying, why not play Blood Moon? Because I think that this is a card that could win me the game, and I don't want to throw it away when I could bait out the Leyline Binding using these cards. They make a Ren in 6 emblem. 5 mana. Bring to light where X is equal to 4. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Okay. Valakut, which will kill my Chandra and deal me 3. That's fine. And now they still get to have, what is it called? Leyline Binding up because the Dryad makes this a plains. And there's the binding. Yep. So they can retrace Bring to Light next turn. Time Warp. If we drew a land, I might have been able to win this, but I think I'm dead now. Because I would have been able to Fires into Time Warp. I think my best shot now is Fires into Days Undoing. Let's take away their Bring to Light in their graveyard. Alright, I'm dead. Next game. I realize I also made a mistake in boarding. I think I'm supposed to have the Brazen Borrowers in, and we're supposed to take out the Fire Ices, because those deal with Leyline Binding. I can also just board out Furies. Yeah, let's try this. On the play for game 3. Not good enough. Sure, I guess. We'll bottom a Gemstone. Play our land and pass the turn. I'm not going to fetch because I don't want to redraw Gemstone Caverns. Jace. Windswept Heath. For a Ren in 6. Yep. You got it. Blood Moon. Come on, Blood Moon. Draw. Petty Theft / Brazen Borrower. Windswept Heath. Sure. And they're playing around Blood Moon this time. Dryad. I'm going to Mystical Dispute this. Come on, deck land number 4. Pretty please. Nope. Play the Narset. Full minus Narset. Days Undoing. Okay. Our opponent fetches again with a Windswept Heath. They grab a Triome. And then return their land using Ren in 6. And there's a Leyline Binding on our Narset. Okay. I'd still take land number 4 here. Draw. Days Undoing. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, this deck just, like, doesn't draw lands. So, and these Brazen Borrowers are, like, kind of, like, they don't really do anything meaningful. Dryad. They fetch. Expressive Iteration. Temple Garden. Yep. We're going to be dead very quickly. Draw for turn, and it's a Blood Moon. Not very good. I mean, between their basics and the Dryad, this is a blank draw. We'll play the Fires, I guess, and then I think I'm supposed to fire the Ren, so that way next turn they don't retrace Expressive Iteration multiple times. And then we have to pass the turn. Am I dead to Scapeshift? Bring to Light kills me because it gets Scapeshift. The Scapeshift itself. Okay, so this puts me to 8. They can fetch twice. That would... I'm dead on board. All they have to do is fetch twice and I'm dead to the Dryad. That'll do as well. So we are officially 0-2. Alright. 3 more rounds. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Not a great start, but we're looking to bounce back in match number 3. Maybe we'll draw the right mixture of lands and spells in more than one game. Okay, so we have Narset. I think I'm going to keep. Play a Flooded Strand and we'll pass the turn. There's a Saga, okay. Oh. Yikes. Our hand is not good in this matchup. Well, we've found land 4 for once. But we do not have a Fires. Or anything that interacts with Amulet Titan. Oh boy. It is not looking good for us right now. We're in trouble. Boreal Grazer. Are we just getting turn 2'd? It looks like it. Why wait for Urza Saga? Jeez. Golos. I don't think I've ever seen Golos in Amulet Titan before. Kind of a wild one. Okay, this is a brew, and I'm here for it. This is pretty sweet. Okay. Sculpting Steel to copy the Golos. This is sweet. Yeah. This is just wild. They activated Golos. And looks like they missed. Okay. We just... I mean, I have to hope that they just have nothing, I think. We'll play the Narset. Come on, Fires. No Fires. Take the Jace the Mind Sculptor. We'll pass the turn after that. They attack and kill my Narset. I am not surprised. And they're passing. Days Undoing. So if I bounce the Golos, they can try to combo again. So I think that's actually a mistake. Grab an island, I guess. Play Chandra. And we'll plus her. No. Pass the turn. So by playing Chandra this turn, next turn I could theoretically go up to 7 mana, which could be a Jace the Mind Sculptor plus Savor the Moment. Not that I think that's like a super good play, but I just have more options. Draw for turn, and it's a Brazen Borrower. Let's plus Chandra, see what we reveal. A land. And I'm going to Time Warp targeting myself. Okay. All the Storm Giants. Plus the Chandra again. I don't want to cast that. Play the Hall. Savor the Moment. Pass back to ourselves. Draw for turn. Let's kill the Golos. This way, if they draw a Sculpting Steel, it doesn't allow them to combo. Pass the turn. Uh-oh. If they drew a Titan, I'm dead. Arn the Great Creator. Okay. Phyrexian Metamorph. We drew Fires! It happened! We don't have an extra turn spell anymore, but it happened. Okay. Play Fires as spell number 1, and then we'll plus Chandra. Yes, I would. Target me. That was a perfect reveal, Chandra. Thank you. Let's plus the Chandra again. I don't want to cast Fury. Play Jace. Let's brainstorm. Put back the other Jace in a land. I don't know what to do here. I could Brazen Borrower my own... No, it says an opponent controls. I can't do that. I could bounce their Karn. Okay. And let's put... Oh, I forgot I didn't need to spend mana on that. Put Kaheera to hand. Please don't kill me. I feel like I'm saying that a lot this game. So they play a Simic Growth Chamber. They make some mana. Metamorph. They copy Amulet of Vigor. Let's start off by playing the Kaheera to see if I can hit another Time Warp effect. Savor the Moment. Plus the Chandra. Brainstorm with Jace. Put back 2 lands. We'll fetch. I could attack with my land, but I think that's a mistake because my lands don't untap. So instead, next turn, I'll answer the Grazer, and then we win. Bounce the Grazer. Activate Hall of Storm Giants. Go to beat town. We won a game. How about that? Alright, so now we go to game 2 against this really wild deck. Blood Moon comes in. This doesn't seem like a great Fury deck, but I could be wrong. Like, we saw Karn the Great Creator. I'm guessing they have Dryad. Maybe it's just the Dead Gons. Try this out. So I have double Gemstone Caverns again. The key here is not clicking on both of them because it won't let you walk them back. Can I make the same mistake 3 times in a row? The first time I did it was in a Lotus Field video. Alright, we've selected one. We'll exile Gemstone Caverns from hand. We've done it. How crazy is that? That's scary. I wanted to ice them to draw a card, but I feel like now I can't because they can just copy their Amulet. I guess they would have needed to... hold on. I can do this. Hey, that was a good one. Alright, land off the top rope. Pretty please. Ding dong. Blood Moon. Goodbye, Urza Saga. Basic Forest is not allowed. Ancient Stirrings. Reveals Karn the Great Creator. Can't say that I'm a fan. Land. Okay. I think we're supposed to pass and then I'll tap their forest in their upkeep. Place your basic forest. And there's land 4. Okay. Draw for turn. Fires of Invention. Narset. We'll minus the Narset. Jace? Savor of the Moment's fine, but I can't cast it this turn. Another Ancient Stirrings. They find Lotus Field. Sculpting Steel, so they'll copy their Amulet. Play Jace the Mind Sculptor. Player land. We'll minus the Narset. And we missed. Okay, we'll brainstorm with Jace. Put back these 2. Cast another Narset and we'll clear the top of our deck. Minus again. Grab the Fire Ice. I am not allowed to use it. On their turn, I can use Otawara, though. I am allowed to do that. Timeless Lotus. I don't think I've ever seen... Hold on. That's crazy that it untaps with the Amulet. Their deck is wild. Like, this is truly insane stuff. Draw for turn. Let's minus the Narset again. We find Days in Doing. Brainstorm with the Jace to see if we can hit a time lock. We cannot. Put back Brazen Borrower. Cast a Fires, and then Days in Doing. Okay. Sweet. We've won a match. We're 1-2. 2 rounds left. Let's see if we can win those. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. On the draw, match number 4, we have revealed our Kaheera already. We have Gemstone Caverns, Steam Vents, but this hand is just so clunky. I think you're actually supposed to mulligan it. And I'm punished. Going to 5. Sure, we'll keep bottom Time Warp, bottom a Narset. Caverns, okay, we'll exile a Fire Ice. Uh-oh. Fires is a good one. In their upkeep, we will ice their land. Need to draw land off this. There we go. Okay, so we have Narset next turn. Okay, we have Narset into Fire, so we really want to find Days in Doing. That's the goal. Narset. Whoa. I don't want to pass the turn. I would like to activate my Narset, please. Savor the Moment. Okay. I mean, it's not the worst. Alright, let's see if we can find the card that wins the game here. Fires. Savor the Moment. Warping Rail? Okay. So there's no need to activate the Narset, because if they have a Thought-Knot Seer, I don't want them exiling my card. They use the map. Power Plant, Chromatic Sphere. Maybe it's not Eldrazi Tron, because I don't think Eldrazi Tron would play Sanctum of Ugin. This might just be regular Tron. Okay. And there it is. Days Undoing. Let's see if we can find a Time Walk off this Narset first. We can. Target me. And spin. And our upkeep will fetch. Draw for turn. Play a castle. And I think I want to scry too. See if I can find another Time Walk here. No. Okay. We'll tap their Sanctum of Ugin and draw a card. I'm going to Days Undoing again. Like, this hand just isn't good enough. They have 2 cards. Is it Tower plus Thing that crushes me? It is not. Play a Hull of Storm Giants. We'll Time Warp, targeting ourselves. I guess I could have upkeeped the Castle Vantress. We'll play a Chandra. And our opponent concedes. Sweet. Alright, Blood Moon, be my friend. Goodbye, Dead Gone. Submit. Game 2 on the draw. We've opened up Gemstone Caverns. We have a Days Undoing. This hand just seems very slow. I'm going to mulligan. I guess I'll keep. It's a little awkward. Bottom of Fury. Gemstone. And then I will not put the other one into play. Once again, deck, I am asking you to draw lands. Tower into map. That's scary. Draw. Okay, I mean, that was probably the best draw on the deck, so I'll take it. In their upkeep, we will tap their land again. Ice Ice Baby. Not a land. Not a land. Come on, deck. Pretty please. Draw. Nope. That's awkward. Okay. So now we want to draw Blood Moon and a land. They have assembled Tron. I guess I could have tapped their star in response to the search. They find another Urza's Tower. Things are not looking good. Okay, so there's the land. Can we draw a Blood Moon here? We have 3 of them in our deck. Draw. Back-to-back lands at this point is insulting. I think I'm going to play the Narset. Like, realistically, I probably just lose here, but we have to try something. Take the Time Warp, pass the turn. They have 10 mana. Is this an Ulamog? Oblivion Stone. Okay. Chromatic Star. They use the star. Ancient Stirrings. Ugin the Spirit Dragon. I'm in trouble. Draw. Savor the moment. Minus the Narset. See what we can find. Blood Moon. Okay. Currently a good one. Whoops. Have to undo. Alright, so this is going to force them to sacrifice the Oblivion Stone. And then I have to hope that I'm able to win after they play Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Sure. Okay, so this is my chance. I pretty much just need to win the game here. Okay. Fires of Invention. Time Warp targeting me. Brutal. Okay. Another fires off the top. Hey. Okay. Fires. Savor the moment. For lands, don't untap. Draw for turn, it's another fires. We'll play a Jace. Let's brainstorm. That was not very good. Put a pair of fires back on top. Savor the moment again. I even thought about Fate Sealing myself and I didn't do it. They have 1 card in hand. So I can Fury the Ugin twice. And if that's the play, they can plus the Ugin and kill my Jace. Or I could Fate Seal them right now. I think I'm going to brainstorm. And I mean, it's a riskier line, but it's higher reward. And it did not pan out. Alright, so we're going to deal their Ugin 8 damage. Okay. And I am forced to pass the turn. 7 mana. Karn liberated. Little do they know I have 2 more fires on top of my deck. They kill a Fury, leaving the Jace the Mind Sculptor. Walking Ballista for 2. Let's brainstorm. Put back 1 fires in the Days Undoing. Let's fire the Walking Ballista. We're going to ping my Jace the Mind Sculptor. That's fine. And now we'll kill the Ugin the Spirit Dragon. I could have put Kaheera to hand. That was a mistake. I just realized it once I hit the 1 key. Ancient Stirrings. They find another Karn liberated. Yeah, that was just a dummy move, not putting the Kaheera in my hand. Yep. On the bright side, it ended up being okay because I can flash in this Brazen Borrower and kill the Karn. Attack the Karn, put the Kaheera in my hand, and we'll pass. Oblivion Stone. Wow. Alright. Not going to activate the Makoro. I don't want to give them cards at this point. Attack them for 3. I think I'm supposed to just get them to blow up the O-Stone. So, like, oh, okay. I guess I need a red mana somewhere in there. Play Fires. Cast Kaheera. And now they'll use the Oblivion Stone, which was such a good draw for them. Pass the turn. Stop drawing Haymakers. Come on. It's my last fires. I guess I have 2 in the graveyard if I Days Undoing. Okay, I think I've lost this one. Our opponent just running insane draws. I'm not like salty about it. It's just like the fact of the matter is they just like hit Tron and then drew things that cost 1,000,000 mana the rest of the game. I guess we Time Walk or Time Warp. Draw for turn. Savor the moment. So I can do both, but I'm not going to have any mana after. I guess we do this? I'm not sure. Okay. Pass the turn. Please don't wreck me. They exile a card in their own hand. That's interesting. They Ancient Stirrings and they find Warping Whale. Wormcoil. How can I possibly win this? So, in 19, I can fetch out of Steam Vents. So if I play Blood Moon into Savor the Moment, I can't cast Fires next turn. Yeah, I only have 2 open mana. Okay, so if that's the issue, I think I'm supposed to just make them spend a bunch of mana. Petty Theft, the Wormcoil, play a Blood Moon. And they have the Nature's Claim. Yep. 10 mana. Walking Ballista for 5. Okay. This gets the last land out of the deck. Last fetchable. Yes. Let's ice their power plants. That way they can't Warping Whale. Draw a card. We'll switch phases. I actually don't want to cast Fires. Because if I cast Fires, I can't Savor the Moment. So let's Savor the Moment. And now we'll go to our next turn. Come on, Time Warp. Fury. Play Fires. Into Narset, I guess? I don't know. Time Warp, you are too late. Karn Liberated is back. Goodbye, Fires. Goodbye, Narset. Draw. Castle Vantress. Gives me enough mana to cast both Furies. Deal 4-1. I'm sorry, 3-1. And then cast Fury. Killing the Walking Ballista. They can then ping a Fury to death. Oh, they can just pump their Ballista. What was I thinking? Yeah, for some reason that escaped me. So they're going to pump their Ballista and then kill both Furies attack? Or are they going to attack and then... I don't know, there's a lot of different ways they could do this. Okay, they're now pinging my Furies. We know that they still have Warping Whale and a Warping Whale and a Wormcoil Engine in hand. We'll draw, it's another Brazen Borrower. I could have scribed with the castle. Keep on forgetting about that. I think we just need to make them use the Warping Whale. Yep. We'll pass the turn after that. Karn the Great Creator, sure. I grab another Walking Ballista. Yeah? I don't know how I'm supposed to win this. I think I just need more cards rather than sculpted cards, so I'll use the Makoro here. Jace. We redrew the Karuga. Let's play Jace the Mind Sculptor. Brainstorm with Jace. Put back the Brazen Borrower and the Karuga. The Misty doesn't do anything, but I'm allowed to shuffle. Attempt to savor the moment. We have another Warping Wheel. Okay, we can go to game 3. 7.5 minutes on the clock. Reveal our Karuga. Have to be fast here. Sure, keep. Alright, I'm just going to try to play quickly here and not wait to do stuff on their end step because I'm down to 7 minutes. They have a map. Blood Moon, that was a good one. Pass the turn. They already have the basic forest. Let's play Narset. Okay. Days Undoing, let's go. They have versus mine. They play a map. Days Undoing. Ah, Warping Whale. That was brutal. I don't know why that wasn't on my mind. Pass the turn. Yeah, that was foolish. I guess I could have played the Blood Moon. 5 mana. Karn. Also, once again, just struggling to hit our lands. Like, land number 4 would have set us so far ahead on curve, but instead, we're really just struggling to draw lands. Like, I don't think 24 is actually enough in this deck. I think you probably want 26. They choose Needle. And they choose Narset. I mean, they saw that I grabbed another one. That makes sense. There we go. Okay. Fires. Savor the moment. Pass back to ourselves. Draw. Land for turn. Let's go grab a basic island. Play Fury. We'll kill the Karn the Great Creator. And then we'll play Blood Moon. Pass. Chromatic Star. Chromatic Sphere. Time Warp. We'll target ourselves. They can't Warping Wheel because they don't have a colorless mana. We'll cast the Brazen Borrower. I am the Beatdown. I guess I should have put Karuga to hand. That actually would have been a better play. Alright. So next turn I'm attacking for 9. Play the Karuga. I guess I got to draw an extra card this way. We draw 5. We did not hit a Time Walk. So I guess we do the free thing first. We attack for 9 damage. We'll play the Chandra. Plus Chandra, no matter what they... yeah, no matter what they do, I can burn them out. No Nature's Claim. And we did it. We're 2-2. What a match. Alright, 1 match left to go. Let's go get our money back. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist. Alright, match 5, we're on the play. Karuga. Keep. Kaheera. Alright, they've mulliganed. We're playing the Steam Vents and passing the turn. Okay. Fury will play a Flooded Strand and pass. On their end step, we'll go get another copy of Steam Vents. And another Fury. Just thinning our deck of our lands at this point. Kind of hoping that they tap out for Teferi, because I think that's one of the few ways we could win this. Okay, not the move. Kaheera decks usually have counter magic in them. I'm going to pass, and then if they tap down to 2 mana, I'll ice their land to shut off counter spell. That is not their move. Okay. Karuga to hand. Pass. 3 mana. Shark Typhoon for 1. You got it. Okay, they have 8 cards. What will you do? The Fairy Time Rival. This is our window. Okay. Draw. This gets the last fetchable in our deck. Fires. Savor the moment. Draw. Cast Fury. Deal 4 to Teferi. Cast another Fury. Split it here. Solitude. Okay. You've got it. Pass. They play out an Otawara, so they drew land 4. Leyline Binding. On my fires. That's not very kind. Let's attack with the Fury. Swing better. Swing. We will Otawara the Leyline Binding. I would like my fires back, please. Am I allowed to Kaheera? They have Counterspell mana open. So I think I messed up. I should have Fire Ice pre-combat, so that way I could savor the moment and made sure that it resolved. I mean, I still savor the moment here, but I don't have a Kaheera to back it up. So I should have tapped their land pre-combat, and that's my own fault. Oh, my creatures don't untap. For some reason, I thought it was just lands. And this land doesn't do anything. I guess we'll just cycle the draw card into another land that doesn't do anything. Okay. Okay, Leyline Binding floating 1 mana. Sure. They just overtapped there. Brazen Borrower, that's not a bad one. We'll pass. They're at 7. The Fury Time Raveler. I'm gonna cast Brazen Borrower. If they have Counterspell here, it's a little bit awkward, but I think it's the right move. Okay. They have 4 in hand. So the Borrower puts them to 4, assuming that it hits. And we'll cast Fury. Counter target spell? Dress down. Sure. Okay, pass. They plus to Fury. They go to 2. That's interesting. And they concede. Sweet. Alright, we need one more victory. I like the disputes. Kind of want to board in Blood Moon. Get rid of the Dagons. Board down to like 2 Fury maybe. Shave a Brazen Borrower. Submit. Okay, let's see what we can do. Keep. They play a Triome. We're just going to play a tap Steam Vents. There's nothing that their deck does on turn 2 that I believe I need to hold open Mystical Dispute for. Blood Moon. Basic land is not cool. And they're playing around the Blood Moon. Mystical Dispute. I still sort of think that I'm supposed to slam the Blood Moon. Narset. Okay. And they're going to pass back. So currently Counterspell is shut off. I could try to play the Narset, or I can wait a full turn cycle and ice down their island. Tear. So, alright. They have answers to Blood Moon. Dazen doing. Not a bad one. I think I'm just going to sit. No need to do anything. Fury. Pass the turn. Alright. Let's Brazen Borrower. So the idea here is if they choose to interact, I could then ice. And if they don't, I'm just starting the beatdown. Mystical Dispute was a huge draw. That was very good for us. Looks like a hard cast Solitude. Oh, the Wandering Emperor. I think that's fine. Okay. On their end step, let's ice the Spar's headquarters. Draw for turn. It's land 6. We could go for it. Narset. 3 mana. Archmage's Charm. I'm going to attempt a Mystical Dispute. Looks like they have their own. Bluster. Okay. My Narset does not resolve. They're down to 2 cards in hand now. I think my next turn is likely just going to be Hardcast Fury. Cast Fury. Mystical Dispute. That hurts. Okay. And they have land number 7, so they could attack with Hall of the Storm Giants here. And they are. They're getting in for 10. This says that I'm going to kill you next turn. Okay. So, another thing about this is, I can Chandra to kill the Samurai, but even if I do, they can put a counter on the Hull next turn and kill me that way. So I think I'm actually just dead here. That doesn't help me. Alright, we'll just concede and go to the next one. Game 3 on the play. I don't think these sort of hands are what we're looking to do. This seems okay. Keep and get rid of the Chandra. Steam Vents, pass the turn. They have a Triome. Land? A pass. Ooh. So now they have Counterspell open. I was really hoping for another tap land there. Alright. Try to get away with one. Blood Moon. Can't Mystical Dispute. Can't Flusterstorm. Does it resolve? Do you have the Wear Tear in hand? It would seem like the answer is yes. Bummer. There's another land. Can we draw land 4 here? No. Narset. Okay, pass. Now they have Archmage's Charm open. And there's land 4. Try Narset again. And there's the Charm. Their deck just has so much interaction. And we have 3 Mystical Dispute. 5 cards in their hand. Brazen Borrower. Fires. Another Counterspell? Jeez. Yep. And we draw a Fury. We are forced to pass the turn. The Fairy. Sure. Okay. Let's try another Narset. Yeah. 5 mana for a large Teferi. Alright, so I'm going to spare myself the misery of slowly losing the rest of this game. We've already lost. They just had way too much interaction, and we went 2-3. Not exactly the best record, but I think you could point to most of our losses from not having enough mana. And I think that would actually be a fair assessment. So in between matches 3 and 4, I brewed this up, and by brewed, I mean just like cut a couple cards and added a few cards. I think you really want 26 lands. And I originally tossed in a fetch land. I think that I might actually want a 7th fetchable. We did run out of fetchables a few times. So probably a 4th Steam Vents or something else. Maybe a 4th Island, but that seems like a lot. And then I think the deck really wants Fable the Mirror Breaker. It's a 3-mana card that helps you smooth things out. I wasn't super impressed by Chandra. I'd rather just have Fable to help me hit my lands, create some value, that sort of thing. So I'm definitely interested in Fable. The deck was sweet. I think there was just a few cards that were off, and it held us back. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. But also, follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.